Again, welcome in here to the Mix Afternoon Drive, driven by Mountain View Nissan of Cleveland. So glad to have you listening and watching in. As I alluded to right before the song started there, we're also live on MixTV.tv. We've got some gentlemen in the studio talking to us about a Jumbulia Fundraiser for the veterans. And we're going to introduce a few folks that's in our studio with us right now. We're going to introduce Jake Duas. He's here representing. Also, Jimmy Dean is here and Bruce Barnes are here. First of all, gentlemen, welcome into the studio this afternoon. Let's start off with Bruce right here, if we don't mind, sir. Bruce, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing fine today. How about you?
Doing great. If you don't mind, please introduce yourself fully to our listening audience.
Yes, my name's Bruce Barnes. I've been with the chapter since the onset of it. I was a charter member of it, and we've been at it for over 30 years now.
Wow.
And we've been dealing with issues in the community since, and the longer we've been at it, the more we've been able to get involved. And we work with homeless veterans.
Yes.
And we do quite a bit of things for veterans in need, whether it be housing, utilities, cars. We get into an array of things, but we handle each case on a case basis.
Okay, so on a case-by-case basis,
yeah.
We're going to dive in more into that in just a second. Jimmy Dean's here with us as well. Sir, officially introduce yourself to our audience.
My name's James Dean, but Jimmy's fine.
Okay, so James, all right.
I'm the president of Vietnam Veterans, Chattanooga, America, here in Cleveland. And like Bruce said, Bruce is my vice president. So.
Yeah.
So
we introduced the vice president for the president. Was that okay?
That's fine. I don't hold no grudge for that.
Absolutely. You're just glad to be here, aren't you,
Right.
James? Well, we appreciate you being here. And first of all, I want to say thank you, gentlemen, for your services. And Jake Duas, he's here representing, of course, he's part of this, and he represents State Farm. So, Jake, how are you doing, sir?
I'm doing well.
Doing well today?
I am.
Good deal. Well, I know that the reason you're here, not only you are definitely a part of this community by always doing things to help out people. I know that you like to help our veterans in the community. But when it comes to fundraising efforts, you're always right there in the forefront doing what you do best, is cooking jambalaya. Am I right?
Yeah, it's one of the things, yeah.
Well, besides you selling
Maybe not
insurance,
the best, but yeah, it's good.
You're our Jake from State Farm for Cleveland and Bradley County.
Yes,
that's your main job, but you also cook some mean jambalaya. I've had some personally, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about here today. Let's come back over to you, sir, Bruce. You mentioned that a case-by-case basis, you get out and you help veterans in our community. Kind of maybe elaborate a little bit more on that, if you don't mind.
We had a veteran here recently that was in between jobs, and we run into that a lot because a lot of veterans have mental issues that makes it hard for them to get back into the community, back in the mainstream of community. And consequently, they do change jobs frequently. I did myself for a lot of years. And you have to get to that understanding and that mindset to be able to get into what they're feeling and what their needs are.
James, I'm going to ask you this question.
Yeah.
Would we be surprised as people that just go through our regular day, people listening in on the radio right now, how many veterans in our community that need your services, that need your help?
Oh, yes, you would be surprised. We get a call almost every day. Bruce does. Bruce takes care of all that for me. But then he calls me and says, we need to do this for somebody. But I'd say it's on a daily basis, just about, isn't it?
Just about.
Just about on a daily basis. There's a veteran right here in our own area that is needing some type of help.
Right.
Maybe it's assistance with helping find a job, or maybe helping pay rent, or those type things.
Yeah, or even transportation for a VA appointment in Chattanooga.
Wow. So all these things, and what we should be talking about more than anything else is how we can help with this, because there's a lot of people needing our help. And I know that maybe a lot of people listening and watching in this afternoon, they say, well, I would love to help, but I don't know what to do. So that's why this interview is going on today. You can help in multiple ways, but one of the ways you can do is with our Jumbulia Fundraiser that we're going to be doing. And we're going to come back over to Jake. Now, Jake, you telling me that this is, how many years have we done this, that you've been a part of this?
We've done it this will be our 5th. And we started this, Jimmy Dean and I met in talked, and I don't quite know how that happened, but
you, Jake, you just never know.
You just never know. And it led us to do this, and we sold out the first time. We've sold out every time. 100% of all of our proceeds are donated to the Vietnam Veterans, Chapter 596. And what got me so interested in doing this with them is they run a tight ship. So when you go there, they have tables set up, they have desserts that they get, some are homemade, some are donated, they have drink station. You literally just pull in, it's so organized. You get your food, you get your plates, you go in your circle, everything is provided to you. They help out so much in doing the event. There's a lot of buy-in, and they're all doing it with a good cause. All of it is volunteer work, that they're volunteering as well as that we're volunteering, and it's just pleasant. You learn a lot of life lessons from sitting talking with them.
Absolutely.
You hear a lot of their stories, and I've been to some of their board meetings and what they do for veterans and veteran spouses and people that are there to help veterans in need. They help them in so many ways that they can't even go to list them today. Wow. And it's moving,
Well, one of the things that you mentioned when you first come in, you said you typically do this. You sign up for this Jumbulia Fundraiser usually the week of the Tennessee-Alabama game, which, of course, is Saturday. And I would think this is a good time because people can come by and get jambalaya, take it home. Don't have to worry about cooking for people. Don't have to worry about doing any of those things. You can come by. You're helping our veterans in our community here do the things that they do and getting some great food, and don't have to worry about cooking on the Tennessee-Alabama football game day.
That's the concept. That's what we've been trying to sell.
Smart thinking there, guys. Yeah. So that's what we hope that people will do. And I'm just telling you what, when you think about college football and stuff like that this time of the year in the South, jambalaya sounds pretty good. So I think a good plate of that along with a little bit of a dessert and definitely going a long way to help the veterans there. This will be a great time to consider doing this. And again, James, it is something that we are asking the community to support. And tell us where we're going to have the event, where this drive-through is going to happen.
This will be done at Key Street Ministries.
Okay.
Down on 11. We're going to start from 11, run from 11 till we run out. From
11 o'clock till you run out?
Yeah.
And we're hoping we run out in about an hour and a half, aren't we?
It's happened.
Yeah.
It's happened.
All right, so that's the plan. So Key Street Ministries.
So get there in a hurry.
To get there in a hurry on Saturday morning. And we just want to... I wish I could just emphasize how much we want people to turn out for this event. We definitely want to sell this out again. We don't want to lose that streak, first of all.
Right.
But the most important thing is the monies that is raised 100% will help local veterans. These gentlemen do the jobs that they do behind the scenes on a daily basis. And, Bruce, something that you never really hear about in our community is the way that you guys help the veterans. You're not out publicizing it. You're doing this behind the scenes type thing.
Correct. That's absolutely correct. We don't like to shine a light on ourselves, so to speak, but we want to be there to help.
Yep.
And the best way we can do that is to run fundraisers like this, ask people for donations. It always helps. And it always goes directly towards helping veterans. And for those that don't know where Keith Street Ministries is, it's right next to Logan Steakhouse.
Yeah, good point there. Glad you brought that up, Bruce. Yeah, right next to Logan, so it's going to be very easy to find, very convenient. Most of you are going to be out Saturday morning running around doing stuff anyway, so just go ahead and swing by there, Keith Street Ministries, as he just mentioned, there next to Logan's Roadhouse and Steakhouse, I should say, and be able to pick this jambalaya up, take it home. Now, I know that we've got a price on this. It's $10. Is that right?
It's $10, but any additional money, this is a fundraiser.
Yes,
it's not just set at $10. You can donate extra money. They can make $1. They stretch $1 so far, you have no idea. All right, I'm about to let them manage my budget, okay? I mean, they know how to utilize that money, so every dollar helps. It all goes to good causes. And, I mean, they do this fundraiser, and they also have a golf tournament that they do now. Now it's a four-man scramble, four-person scramble that is held every year now.
Yes.
And they did very well this last year.
Right.
And we've participated before.
Coming up. and that'll be in May. Toward the end of May, we'll get together with you.
Yep,
and
I
we'll
remember
announce
that. We were in here there in the spring for that.
Right.
And we definitely always have our doors open for you guys anytime
Yes.
that we can help with that. All right, so as we get ready to wrap up, we're going to kind of go back and recap again. Again, there's a fundraising effort that you can be a part of here for our local veterans. It's a Jumbulia Fundraiser. It's going to be going at Key Street Ministries on Key Street right there on Highway 11 next to Logan's. You can swing by there. They're going to have everything, as Jake mentioned a while ago, boxed up, ready to go. If you need a drink, they'll have that there, and, of course, a dessert. And we're saying that it starts off at $10. Let's just go there. It starts off at $10, but we hope that you will maybe do a $20 or whatever you can afford more. We just want you to know that every single penny that you donate through this Jumbulia fundraiser on Saturday will go help the veterans here locally, and we need to do that, folks. If you're thinking about college football, you're thinking about the freedom that you have to be able to do what you do on a Saturday and enjoy college football at your home and go up to Knoxville maybe. That's what you're going to do. This would be a great thing, too. I didn't even think about this, guys. Pick up the Jumbulia if you're going up to see the game in person. Use it for your tailgate food. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? I mean, that makes it super easy.
Tailgating style.
Yeah. Tailgating style with Jumbulia. Just buy it and take it up with you, and don't worry about anything else. We're going to come back through one more time. We'll start with James, and then we'll come back over to Bruce. Anything else that you want the community to know about what you guys are doing?
Okay, all this money stays in this area, too.
That's important to know,
All the donation stays in this area. We don't send it to the national.
Right. Okay, so all money's raised to help local veterans.
Local veterans.
Right here. And it helps them get to doctor's appointments. Right. It helps them if they're having some issues in between jobs or maybe their light bill and those type of things. It's an array of things. It's not just one thing. It's a case-by-case basis, as we learned during this interview, that you guys sit down and you say, okay, we need to help this guy out.
Now, we do have a problem with homeless people.
Yes.
We got homeless veterans. Now, we cannot help them unless they come to us and ask for help.
Okay.
Right.
We try to help them, and,
if somebody's listening and maybe they have noticed a homeless veteran, maybe they can reach out to them and let them know about your guys' services because they may not know, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. So if people want to get more involved, if people want to be just a person that regularly donates to what you guys do or just want to be a part of your services, Bruce, tell me how we can be involved.
All right. Like I say, with the fundraisers, the donations help. If you want to come by and help us out physically, that's wonderful too.
How can we do that?
Just come by. We'll put you to work.
On Saturday, they'll put you to work. Okay, good stuff there. And now, after this event is over, how can we stay in contact with you guys?
All right. We have a post office box here in Cleveland. It's Post Office Box 5356. 5356.
Okay.
All right. And you can contact us by letter. My phone number, I don't care to give it out.
Sure.
It is area code 423-667-7698.
Good stuff there. Guys, thanks so much for coming in. Jake, what else you got?
They also have a Facebook page, Vietnam Veterans Chapter 596. So that's one way that you can reach out to them. It's probably a pretty effective and easy way for everyone. Also, if you ever want to reach out to them, you can always contact me. Jake do also have a State Farm agency. You can look it up. I'm the only Jake with State Farm in town.
Thank God. Not just
right. And then a quick thank you. Thank you to y'all. Thank you for 104.1 for having us here. We really appreciate that. It allows us to get the message out. We want to thank Keep Street Ministries because they've been there every year to allow us to host this, and they even allow us to utilize parts of their inside facilities. So if somebody wants to sit down and eat instead of having to pick it up and go. On most years, this year they made an exception for us because they're actually having 2 events that day, but we were still able to do it. So Keep Street Ministries, awesome. High five and hugs to them. 104.1, y'all are amazing. If you listen to the station, you're at the right place at the right time.
Thanks so much, guys, for coming in. Again, we appreciate what you're doing. And again, it's a Jumbulia fundraiser to help the veterans right here in our area. Please consider going by. Again, make any donation that you can above and beyond what they're saying a normal price for this is going to be. They're asking for at least $10 per plate for this, but we suggest you definitely do above and beyond that to help out with everything that's going on with our Vietnam veterans here in our area. Guys, thanks so much again, and we'll continue to do that. Bruce, what you got?
We got one other thing.
Sure.
If I don't lose it, out of all the things I've lost in my life, my mind is what I miss the most.
I understand.
All right, but yes, all the monies that we raise goes to the veterans here in the local, Tri-County area. All right, and all the money goes to veterans. We don't have an administrative cost. All of our work is volunteer work.
Gotcha. Good point to make there. Yeah, so everything that you're doing as a community for our vets is going to help a veteran out that needs that at this particular time. No administrative cost. Nobody's sitting back kicking a salary, those kind of things. Every penny that you're going to do from this Jumbulia fundraiser, and plus the other fundraisers they do throughout the year, definitely helps our local veterans here, those that need a little bit more help. And we appreciate them, and we appreciate you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with more in just a moment. You're tuned in to Mix 104.1 WCLE.
Folks, here at Crown Chattanooga, Crown Cleveland, we have over 50 rounds for you to